Hi, this is Tapcat. Welcome back to the Banner Saga. Before we do anything else, I need to tell you I had a bit of a mishap. I was recording a part 8, and when I finished, I realized that none of the video had been captured. So, unfortunately, the way Banner Saga saves, it works on an autosave system. And so when you camp, it'll save it. But the next time you play, it'll overwrite that autosave. So what I had, my autosave at the end of part 7, went away when I played last time. So what I had to do is the one save that it does keep is every time you start a new chapter in the story. So I had to go back to the beginning of this chapter, and I replayed it as closely to the original as I possibly could. All the story choices are the same and all that. But the thing I couldn't control was during combat, a different character might get a kill or something. And so, who got what experience is different. And I think one guy has an extra level. Let me come in here and look really quick. I believe Hakon was level 3 and now he's level 4. So I'm very, very sorry. It certainly was not something I did on purpose because believe me, I spent a lot of time getting back to this point and having the game save in as close to the condition as where we left off as I possibly could. But we're here now, so we'll play forward from here. Okay, yeah, I'm just looking at the little indicator light to make sure that the video is in fact recording because I really don't want to do that again. So having done that, I think I'm ready to go ahead and keep moving. So let's go ahead and leave. Whew, man. All right, so this is the village we were trying to get to. You wandered through the small village where there had been the cacophony of battle before. Now an eerie silence hangs over the place. Bodies of dredge and villagers make a macabre path to houses that have been ripped apart as if by a tornado. Irsa stops in her tracks. Hear that? She all but whispers. It sounds like crying. Soon you discover a trap door partially hidden by a carpet. So we can open the hatch or leave it. I don't know what kind of monster would leave it, but I will open it. A woman's scream dies in her throat at the sight of Varl instead of Dredge. Men and women both are huddled together. A baby cries on her mother's shoulder. They are clearly awed to see so many warriors. What do we do now, they ask. Go to Strand. We'll send escorts with you. You gather a handful of warriors to send back with the frightened villagers. With the path already cleared behind you, they shouldn't find too much trouble along the way, but you'll miss their strength in battle. Eirik watches. I almost feel guilty about this, he says. I know Strand. Even if they make it in one piece, the locals will tear them apart. Not literally, of course, but, well, maybe literally. I might join them. I mean, we do kind of need him here. An insult to my honor, he replies. You found my one weakness, giant. Fine, I'll stay to see the sights. I mean, I get it, but if we fail, the Strand will fall like everywhere else, so. Let's check the market. It's kind of hard for me to believe there would still be a market. Oh, this is another thing that happened. The items that we were getting in combat, those are randomly generated, so. I didn't get to keep those, which kind of sucked, because I remember I had one or two that I really liked. And they're just gone. The world hook I'm pretty interested in. +2 break is very good. I'll do it. Oh, what about supplies? No, I'm in pretty good shape there, so I'll leave it be. So let's come in here and look at who has what items. He doesn't have anything. What does this do? I mean, that's not bad. You know, his armor sucks. He could use that. Let me give him the extra break, because that'll really make him a monster. Okay. I don't know why this is so hard sometimes. Like, I can't get what I want on a particular guy, and I don't get that. It's actually not what I quite meant to do. What if I did that? Come on. Alright, so, I mean, it works for him. So, so annoying. It's just not going to do it. Why? Okay. So instead of putting it in the circle, leave it halfway out. That's good. All right. Fair enough, I guess. Not really. Okay, let's move on. We did everything we need to do here. We have good morale. Let's move on. Let's look for some trouble. It doesn't take too long to find us as a general rule, I must say. This is not a world of, you know, happy stories and sunshine. You hear a shout echo on the wind, a standard Varl greeting. A caravan of Varl are heading your direction, probably a few hundred in total. You meet them halfway. You must be with Wagner. That's Faesalt talking. Fasalt? Probably Fasalt. Wagner didn't make it. You're serious? It's getting grim out here, but didn't expect that. You're flying the Schlid banner. What's happening? Isn't Ulfar in charge there? I'm Fasalt. Ulfar is still in Schlid, in case he needs to be. He sent me to meet Wagner. Well, you. We've seen nothing happening in Schlid yet. What do you mean? No dredge. They never come through Schlid. They're all pouring out of Ridgehorn. We only just found out about it. One group went that way. We came here. Ridgehorn? The fort on the bay? That place has been abandoned for hundreds of years. Yeah, maybe that's why they're there. By all accounts, it looks like another damned invasion. Ludin forces his way into the conversation. Wait a godless minute. What did you do? Careful now. You be careful. What did you start? You think men don't remember history? The long banner hangs in Arborang. The Second Great War nearly screwed us all. What did you do this time? Who the Fane is this? Yeah, I'm just going to tell him to shut up. Ludin's head swivels in your direction, eyes wide. He seems uncertain whether to be insulted or threatened. What orders did Ulfar give you, Faesalt? I'm supposed to offer any support you need. I've got 350 Varl behind me, and Ulfar wants to know what's happening at Ridgehorn. What's your plan? We're going to Ridgehorn. You're coming. I'll have my Varl fall in line. Yours to command, Hickon. Are you insane? He just said an army of dredge are pouring out of that fort. Go on to Grafheim then, Prince. Having your blood on my hands would be worse than doing nothing. This shuts Ludin up for a moment. You can see the battle raging in his head. He looks desperate for safety, but he didn't expect to flee like a coward. He expected you to come along. He glances at his men. We're already this far. If this is the Varl's doing, I'll know of it, and so will my father. Besides, you need my help and my fighters. If I go, so do Ursa and Bercy. Whatever. Ludin's unexpected flip-flop catches you like a swift kick to the shins. Mogger can't contain a chuckle. Ha, the prince has courage. Yeah, not much courage, though. Do whatever you like, Ludin. Paint me the villain, Hakon. What do I care? I'm sick of you being the only one to do as he pleases in this alliance. When has Ludin ever done anything other than what he pleased? And when did I say he was the villain? These are Varl lands. We're facing an army of dredge. How much experience do you have in these matters? True, mankind has never provoked them into a war. You're going for a third. I love how this idiot just assumes all this crap. Is taunting the dredge into genocide a game for your kind? I really should just punch him in the face, but I'll walk away. You curse and threaten pandemonium. The prince is chosen to be no responsibility of yours. If Ludin stays, so do Fasolt's warriors. They join the caravan. I mean, we can use the extra men, but he is a jackass. There's no question about that. Now I kind of wish I'd looked and seen if I could have bought more provisions in that village. I wasn't really paying attention to that because we had like 60 days worth of supplies. The hike approaching the Godstone is murder. You recall how most Godstones were built on hills overlooking other Godstones so that travelers could follow them and find their way between cities. It does nothing to ease your pains. Dredge, shouts Mogger near the front of the caravan. Suddenly, black rocks are whizzing past your head. What the hell is this, you shout. Mogger shakes his head. A stone slams into the shield of a nearby Varl, exploding in a flash of light and razor-sharp fragments. Get behind the shield banger, shouts Mogger as you approach for a fight. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 862 of them. You have 185 fighters and 781 Varl at your side. Even from here, you can see nervous glances amidst the enemy ranks. This looks like a good chance to press your advantage. Okay, so I said we would do this, that if the enemy looked nervous, we would try charging instead of formations. So that means this fight will be harder, like for our little group. In theory, we should have fewer casualties among the men, but we haven't really had casualties among the men anyway. But we're just going to see how this goes. So you consider taking your trusted allies and leading the charge better than the enemy. It will throw you into the thick of battle where fighting is most dangerous. Oh, okay. So this is what I was just saying. Let's do it. Let's rush into battle. Because why wouldn't we? Okay. I don't really want to bring an injured Ursa. And I would gladly bring Fasolt. But, you know, like, I have enough Varl already. Let me think. What is he? He's a strong arm. Okay, let me do this. Let me move him up. Try to get him promoted. Do I want to promote anybody right now? Like, what about Eirik? Nah, I only have 12 renown and he's going to cost 10. I'm just going to leave it. What's this thing again? +1 move, 10% dodge, strength attacks. He can't use an item. These are for Varl only. Well, okay. Well, the 3 who are high enough level to use it. What does this do? +1 strength. All right, I tell you what. I'll give him, well, I'll try. Okay. And then I'll give him this because he can actually use a level 1 item. All right. That's it. We're ready. We're going in. So there's one dredge way over here. And then a bunch of a dredge with slingshots, basically. You know, I think I'm okay with this formation, more or less. That's fine. Well, I'll use a couple willpower, get in on one of these idiots. Actually, I don't think that's going to do me very much good against these guys. Do I want to just do this? I can take half of his health. And their armor is not that good anyway. That should really limit his ability to do damage. So I think pretty much any of these guys that I can, I am just going to do damage. I'm not even going to use this because 3 is basically the same as 1 in a lot of ways. Yeah, these guys are basically limited to armor breaking. And I'm about to really put a hurt on these boys. Oh, I thought okay, never mind. I just remembered, I was thinking he had the same ability as Gunnulf, but he doesn't. Oh well. Yeah, Tempest would have hurt both of those guys really, really badly. But he, unfortunately, doesn't get Tempest. Maybe I should have used willpower, because we need to get forward as fast as we can. I think so. I gotta make sure, because, you know, these guys don't have to be standing next to me. That's the problem. Okay. Alright. Oh, these guys are both already hurt. And since his strength got wrecked, that sucks. He's not as good at dealing damage now, so... Fine, be that way. Alright, you move up. And let's see, I think, I guess I can't kill him, but I can definitely hurt him pretty badly. Yeah, laugh it up, funny boy. Let me come here. I'm really wishing that I had let Gunnulf go first. Because I'm missing out on a lot of good Tempests. He's just really getting almost neutralized this fight. That's probably overstating it a little bit, but... We're doing alright, though. I can't complain. I mean, like most ranged units, these guys need melee units in front of them, I feel like, you know, to kind of provide cover. And they don't have it. You know, maybe I shouldn't even bother heading that way. We just get ready for that big guy to come. Alright, I'll just do this. Make him an easy kill for somebody else. Here you go, pal. You can have the kill and a promotion. Yeah, you laugh it up, boy. Alright, well... Hold on, what is his thing again? Sundering impact, added strength and armor damage to target. Alright, so I'll do this. It should kill him and do some damage, yeah, to the other guys. So, we do what we can. And we're going to have all of these idiots down before Big Boy gets here, basically. I just need to kill this guy. Oh, wonderful. Well, maybe I won't. Boy, look at that. Look at that frickin' armor of his. Okay, I got an idea. Rather than work on his armor, I'm going to try impaling him. Because if he moves towards those guys, he'll take a ton of damage from the walk. Now, if he comes right back after Ludin instead, that's not as good. Okay, good. I can kill this guy. I gotta get into pillage mode here. I don't want this guy taking a turn every 2 seconds. Alright, so this will be his last turn for a while. And that's perfect. See how bad he got weakened? Ludin is not completely useless in a fight. Sometimes he kind of is. It just depends whether you get a little luck, you know, as far as after he impales somebody, what they do next. I don't think he's going to be a factor in this fight, but he could be. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I can almost kill this idiot. I could get Ludin this kill. Why not? Alright. Let's kill a few more as they flee. Filthy dredge. You're not dredge, you're dregs. So there's 4 over here and there's 2 more here. Criminy. Alright, well. Let's bust them up. I gotta take out armor first. Actually, I kind of regret that, but whatever. Why can I only... I see, they're blocking me. Awesome. Well, then I may as well just rest and get a willpower back. I mean, if I'm moving 1 space, seriously, that's really not something I'm all that worked up about. I think I'll do the same thing for him. Let them move forward. Alright, here's what I needed. Because I need to kill some of these idiots. So we're not getting blasted from all sides. Can I use 2? Yes. Good. So we'll finish this guy. Yeah, there's too many of these slingers walking around. I can't really deal with that. Man, I want to kill him. Alright. I hate to pull Gunnulf away from this guy, but at least he's one who has more armor than he does, you know, strength. If he had 19 strength and 11 armor, I'd be actually more afraid of him in the short term. Alright, I'm going to go for an impale here. Now, he won't move as far, most likely, so this one won't be as good. Okay. Well, he moved a fair distance. So that actually worked out pretty well for me. And now I can start working on his, yeah. Do your worst, knave. I'm actually more worried about this guy. Let's jack him up. We can wreck his attack strength. Gotcha, sucker. Ow. Alright. Not to let poor Mogger deal with this guy by himself. But I'm gonna let him deal with him by himself. Again, I'm going to just try and wreck the strength of as many of them as I possibly can. Can't get there, doggone it. He's already hurt. Let's just try and get the kill. That'll get me a little more ammo up there on the horn. Okay, this is my chance to hurt the one guy that's still at full strength, and I quite like that. There's two ways we can go. You see, I don't really want to wreck his armor. Let's do this. Let's go for the impale and see if we can get a little lucky. If he'll move a few tiles, there he goes. Oh man, he wrecked himself. Well, that was definitely the right call, if I may say it. Alright. Yeah, let's keep pushing through that armor. This guy is not going to be finished easily. But we are gonna make hay through the rest of them. Okay, well, he can handle that guy. Let's get up on big boy here. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, I can actually finish him. Perfect, perfect. That's the last thing you're gonna do, mister. Yeah, I'll take a 90% chance. There we go. And we got another item. No telling if it's any good. We'll see in a minute. Alright, well, I mean, we weren't really getting casualties before, so it did work as far as that. I don't know if we were getting as much as 20 renown. Probably because we fight more guys. Makes more sense, like we're killing more guys and therefore getting more renown. What in the depths are these, you wonder, looking at the unusual dredge slingers? Nobody knows. Without warning, a deranged and half-dead slag stumbles out of the brush, throwing itself upon the yaks attached to the treasure cart. Surprised Varl pull weapons, but not before the whole cart slides off slick rock in a sheer drop, stopped suddenly by a low growl. The enormous metal wagon dangles precariously off a cliff. From the end swings a confused yaks, still tied to its reins. On top, the dredge hangs on tight. Keeping the whole thing from plummeting over the side is Gunnulf, one hand white-knuckling the cart, the other wrapped around a tree trunk. That's crazy. Are we actually strong enough to lift what I assume is essentially an ox, a loaded cart, and a dredge? I'll try. You grab the cart and pull. You barely make any ground when the tree he's holding onto tears from the ground, dragging you with terrifying force toward the edge. Okay, that's it. We're done. With a roar that sounds more like you just stabbed him in the side than gave an order, Gunnulf lets go of the cart. It flips over the side in a flash, followed much later by a dull thud and crack. At the base of the steep cliff, hundreds of yards below, the treasure cart has exploded into a frozen firework of gold, valuables, and yaks and dredge gore. That was a costly mistake, grits Ubin between clenched teeth. You wonder why that dredge went after the yaks in the first place. Then you realize the bigger problem is the vast fortune now lying at the bottom of a cliff. I mean, is it even possible to go get it? Let's leave some Varl. We have 781 Varl. Let's leave a few to try and gather it up. It's as safe here as Strand of all places, says Ubin with a distant expression. Still, you think, better that you did something about the vast pile of wealth down there. You leave over a dozen trusted Varl behind to gather it and return to Strand while you continue on. God, that's horrible. All right. Well, you know what? I don't want to start anything else. That took a fair while. So, charging into combat, that was kind of interesting. I mean, it didn't make any difference because we already weren't really having people die. So as far as the, deaths and stuff like that, I wouldn't really say there was any room to make a difference. But we did get a lot of renown. That's certainly not a bad thing. So let's do that. I still have 27. He's hurt. It's funny. I didn't even remember him falling. Wow. Okay. I mean, I think I'd like to rest for at least one day because we have 3 people hurt and 2 of them will be back in just one day. So I think that's fine. We could do without Mogger for like one fight. We have other guys who are, what am I trying to say? Like, Bercy. What is his thing? He's a Warhawk. Okay, so that's not exactly the same. But we could, we could pull him out and put Bercy in. Something like that. I could promote him. My fear, though, is, I don't know if Ludin is going to be with us for the whole game. And they always talk about how, Bercy and Ursa would go with him. And I don't want to keep putting my, currency into promoting him, and then he just goes away. Same with Ludin, to be honest. So I need to think about that. I might, prefer to promote one of these other guys. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and call it here. So, yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time.